Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? I'm joking. I'm joking. Hello everyone and welcome back to another art stream. Feels like forever since we've done an art stream. When was the last time we did an art stream? I think it was like it was a while ago. I know that much. It was like a while ago that we did that. Oh my goodness. Anyways. Why did I make that noise? Welcome to chaos. We always have weird ass noises that we make. Anyways, I have the caffeine has started to hit me a little bit. You know, the funny thing is caffeine has never worked for me in the way that you think it does. My caffeine, whenever I almost pressed the wrong thing. When I drink coffee or tea, it doesn't really actually work in the way that I think it does. It actually works to calm me more and everything. I've actually been trying to stay away from caffeine recently just because I want to. So I've been trying to stay away from the caffeine addiction. I actually don't have that bad of a caffeine addiction. I used to drink 3 cups of coffee a day, and they were like full caffeinated coffee a day. And I know people that can drink monsters. So there is that. Anywho, today I am going to be drawing my hyperfixations today because alright, I see all the art. I literally was scrolling through Twitter after I had watched this film, scrolling through Twitter at night and just being like. I liked almost every single thing that I saw. I understand. I finally cracked the code on what it means to like K-pop. Funny enough, I don't like K-pop. I actually don't. I know that seems really weird. Like, shouldn't you have gone from anime to manga to K-pop pipeline? Nope. I actually hate K-pop. I'm not saying K-pop is bad. I think that's pretty good. I think the only K-pop that I like is like from Psy. And that's all I know. But like most of the K-pop bands and everything like that I didn't like. But I watched Kpop Demon Hunters and I was like, I understand now. I understand now. So of course we're gonna be drawing all of the little itty bitty babies. I'm just gonna be drawing them.
A devotee has rejoined the sub gang.
Hey, Jose, thank you for the 26 months. Damn, we are almost having another, like what, 27? Well, how many babies is that? I woke up, I'm still sick. Oh, poor little baby. You know what? Hold on, come here. Come here, let me give you a little kiss. Mwah. This is my partner. I'm allowed to kiss them, okay? Second and third trimester. Well, how many babies have we had? Because it was 9 months and then 18 months. So this will be our third stream child together. Hear that, George? You're getting more siblings. 2 babies in the 3rd trimester. 1 is on the way. Exactly. We got 1 more on the way. 1 more month, man. 1 more month. Oh my gosh. I'm a little tired. It's a really cozy day today. It's very cloudy.
When are you giving me an IRL sibling? I want a mini dad.
I'm not giving you an IRL sibling yet, George. Not yet. Honestly, I don't think I could deal with the woes of pregnancy. I've actually talked about this before with Jose, that I don't think I can deal with what everything that pregnancy comes with. Like I can barely handle myself with my PMS. I wouldn't even want to know what it is. I used to have really bad PMS.
Just get dad pregnant then. Problem solved.
You know what? Yeah, I could always do that. Well, you know what? That is a birthday goal for when we do the birthday subathon. I will draw Jose pregnant. I will draw him pregnant. Because why not? Why not draw your partner pregnant? You know? And I have experience. I've drawn another friend pregnant before, so I've already done the mpreg art before. I like how we're not that far into it and I'm already talking about mpreg art. Look, that's how it would be here. We're a little chaotic. We're a little crazy. But yeah. Oh, also, I wanted to say something just really quickly. I'm gonna say it now, but I'm probably gonna post about it later. I am gonna be taking a week off from streaming. Just because I think, like, I just sometimes, every once in a while, I'm gonna need a week to take some time off. And it's also a holiday week, so I'm gonna be doing it for holiday purposes and just for, because need to take a break. I know plenty of people are taking a break right now because I know a lot of people are at off-kai. I hope that everybody that is at off-kai is having a whale of a time. I hope you guys are. Funny enough, some people were like, aren't you going to get a little bit of FOMO from not going? And I'm like, look. I don't get FOMO. I do sometimes, but not all the time. But I don't really care about off-kai, actually. Surprisingly, I don't really care. Like, it is really cool to meet up with a lot of VTubers and stuff like that, and people and all of that. And even I was like, ooh, maybe I could drive out there. But then I was like, ooh, how long will that be? Never mind. I was like even thinking of like not going there or getting tickets, but just like going and meeting up with people. And I was like, that's gonna take too long. So, no. Not doing that. But one day, like maybe in the future, hey, you know what? I'll say this much. If I get invited to off-kai or whatever, then yeah, that's fine. If I go with like a group or a company or something like that, then fine. I don't mind that. I don't mind doing that. That's fine with me. Because, you know, it's not... I guess you would have some ability of possibly getting accommodations. But, again, I don't know. I'm going to be honest here. Here are my personal opinions on off-kai. I don't think that's going to run for very much longer. The reason being is because most of off-kai is run by volunteers. And they're doing really well because now I think they're able to be at an actual convention center, which I think is good. They're going in the right direction, but it's like at some point you gotta actually hire employees. So I don't know how it'll be next year, because what, this is only the 4th year and they're already moving into a convention. I think that's pretty good. They're going in a good direction. But I have heard some bad things about off-kai. So that's why I'm like, I trust conventions that have maybe a few more years of experience and hire people and not just volunteers. I will say this much though, AX, an anime convention coming up literally next weekend. So literally there's off-kai and then there's going to be Anime Expo. And I know so many people that are going to be at off-kai and then they're going to be at Anime Expo. So I'm like, oh, I guess they're Gonna be taking even longer time off. I will say this much with Anime Expo. Please drink a lot of water and stay in the shade. I've gone to Anime Expo a few years, and I know every single time it always gets bigger and bigger. So go early, bring sunscreen, have water, and bring an umbrella. I know that seems weird, but it'll help you, especially if you're wearing bigger stuff or anything like that. And also, if somebody is harassing you, don't be afraid to call the police. I'm gonna be honest. Please don't be afraid to call the police. I know there's so many things, but look, please, if you do get harassed or something like that, don't be afraid to talk to people or like tell convention staff that somebody is being weird. They will get kicked out because you're probably not the only one being harassed. So that's my little tidbit about Anime Expo. I was gonna record a video talking about tips and tricks to stay safe at Anime Expo, because I think that a lot of people, I haven't been there since they reopened after COVID. I haven't been there because the ticket prices are too astronomical. I will say this much though, please do not eat food in there. Every single time that I've eaten food inside of Anime Expo, I have always gotten food poisoning. I've always gotten food poisoning, and I had to literally miss an entire day because of it. It was so bad. And that happened to me twice. 2 years in a row was like that. And I was like, what the heck? It was the same place too. I forget what it was called, but it was someplace in the convention center. So I was like, I'm not gonna, if I ever go back here, I'm going out of the convention center. I'm gonna go get Subway. Not just gonna get Subway. But I will say, I feel like a lot of the charm of Anime Expo has kind of gone away. It's become a little bit more corporatized. So a lot of it used to be kind of like smaller businesses and smaller things, and now it's like very much like more businesses and stuff. I will say though that they have upgraded, I believe like the photo booth area has certainly upgraded over the years. Like that, there was like 1 year I went and they had like so many photo areas. It was crazy the amount of photo sets that they had. I think you had to wait in line though. People were very nice. They waited in line. But I will say, like, there are some areas that you can get crowd crunching in really easily. And that's why I want to, like, do a little bit of a guide to how to survive Anime Expo. Because, again, I will tell you this much. When I was going, very later on in the years, the fire marshal had to come in and tell the convention center, the people running the convention several times, hey, you can't have this many people in here. This is a fire hazard. And that happened 2 years in a row. And apparently my friend, who still goes there, did say, yeah, they told them that last year and the year before that. So it is apparently a fire hazard to be in the convention center with so many people, because they never max out the amount of tickets. Now apparently they do, and I'm like, great, good, finally, you've realized your mistake. So hopefully they realize it and nothing bad happens. I always hope for nothing bad happening, because the last thing that we need is for something bad to happen and then the entirety of the convention gets shut down for years, or basically they shut down the convention. I will say though, I personally think that they should run the convention biannually. That just means like twice a year, so that it separates up the crowds a little bit more. And that's what they're trying to do with Anime Chibi, I believe. But I don't think it's going well, because I think that's in like a smaller, they're doing it in a smaller convention center. And I'm like, look, move the LA Convention Center, like Anime Expo, to a bigger convention center, like something like San Diego. Like the San Diego Convention Center is pretty big. And in the summertime, even though that it's hot, it's still pretty cool. So you're not like dying out there. And then have Anime Chibi be at the Los Angeles Convention Center. There you go. Then you split it up. So you have the big one at the same time, and then you have a smaller one at another time. That's just my personal opinion. That's how I would run it. But I don't know the ins and outs of what it takes to run a convention center or like run a convention. So it could be that they can't do it because certain times, or maybe there's other conventions kind of going on around that time. So, you know, you never know with conventions. Because there's a lot of little conventions that can sometimes be run. So, but I think they're trying to run AX like as if it's out of San Diego Convention Center. It's not working. Anyways, I could ramble on about that convention center and Anime Expo and my experiences with it, because I used to be a cosplayer. I don't cosplay anymore. I still have the costumes, I just don't. It's just too much of a it's just too much of a hassle. What did I walk into? I was talking about convention Anime Expo Convention Center and how they should separate it up. Because a lot of people are at Off-Kai right now. Off-Kai is like a VTuber convention. So I was like saying, well, Off-Kai is happening right this week, and then next week is Anime Expo, and a lot of people are staying for Anime Expo. And I was like, just stay safe, because heat. I don't know how hot it's gonna be, because it looks like, at least for and they're at, oh yeah, Magic Con. Bro, I don't want to see what the seats look like after Magic Con. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what the seats look like after Magic Con. You don't want to know what I know. You'll never understand the asylum that I came from. I will tell you this much. There was a picture that was taken of, I think it was like a Magic the Gathering tournament, and there was a lot of seats, and someone, and you know, it was like those like fold out seats, you know, that they usually have, but they're like the fold out like plastic white plastic chairs. I'm emphasizing the whiteness of it because it was very white. And apparently someone took a picture of it, and there was brown stains where you sit. They were white. Don't take that out of context. We're talking about white chairs. You forgot that I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh in the beginning? Okay, yeah. Well, look, Jose used to play Yu-Gi-Oh too. At least he understood the idea of showers. But I may go to Shadow Realm to sign up for Commander. Ooh, a Commander party. Make sure to bring, like, spray or something to spray down your opponents if they're a little too stinky. Uh-oh, stinky. You don't want some uh-oh stinky fighters. Ow! What? That was... Wait a minute. Okay, that was supposed to hit me when he resubscribed. Why did it take so long for that?
A devotee has rejoined the sub gang.
No, there we go. Okay.
Lol.
Thank you for reading that for me, George. I didn't know if it was able to read it or not. And now I know. Anyways, we should probably be getting over to drawing some art. We're just going to be doing some doodles today. I don't want to do anything extraneous. So we're going to be drawing some doodles for Kpop Demon Hunters. I will say this much. I will say this much. Oh, I'm trying to remember words, thoughts, brain, bro. It's been so nice and cozy. I just want to take a nap today. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like napping. So brain and words just don't work. They just don't work today. Nothing works today. Why the heck? There we go. Hello. I made a new drawing area just because I felt like the other one was like, I don't know. But anyways, if anyone has watched this movie, good for you. If you haven't, go freaking watch it. And it's, I'm trying to remember. It's Kpop Demon Hunters. It's on Netflix. It literally dropped yesterday. It's really good. And I'm not a person that likes much K-pop music, but I will say this much. Every song in there was good. Okay, this isn't really much spoilers because it's in the trailer. I love Soda Pop. I know it's the Demon Boy Band one, but like, look. It was really good. It's really catchy. Golden was as well, but I feel like Soda Pop sticks in my head so much more than Golden does. Also, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what the other one was. I think it was just only those two. Those are the only two songs I remember. I know there's more songs, but the only songs that stuck in my head was those two. But hey, you know what? That's how it be sometimes. Oh. So of course we're first going to be drawing the girls. I feel like there are some moments from this that I'm going to draw that I feel like some people might not fully understand, but that's okay. I feel like even if you don't understand it, you can have a little bit of a laugh. I mean, I'm sure by the time that the VOD goes up on the VOD channel, like, it's been a few weeks. I'm sure by that point everyone has watched it. But in like 2 days, it's hit #1 on Netflix. In 2 days. It's just so good. And all the art, bro. I will say this much. I have never wanted to get into AO3 fandom culture very much and like read some stuff from AO3, but someone was like, let me be Delulu, and I didn't like the ending, so let me be Delulu, and I might read it. I might read it. So many people are just like, oh my gosh. I will say, if you watch a lot of K-dramas and stuff like that, I feel like Kpop Demon Hunters makes a lot of good references to just a lot of things within, well, K-pop of course, but also within K-dramas as well, and a few other things. There's a lot of good stuff. I think there's a lot of good stuff. I personally love like one little reference that we are gonna sketch out because I think it's absolutely hilarious. And I will say, I don't think I have a favorite character in this. All of the characters are pretty solid. I like each and every one of them in their own unique ways. Why did I just get... Oh. Beep. Beep boop beep boop. Beep boop beep boop beep boop. I don't know why I'm doing that. Vocal stimming. I think because I have my coffee and tea with me right now, I kind of don't want to get my drawing tablet up, so we're just gonna chill with some... I mean, most of the time when I'm drawing and stuff, I'm usually have like coffee or tea with me, so pretty on par with what I normally do. I'm gonna move my mic a little bit because I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Oh, you know what? There's something I've wanted to look into. I need to open this up though. Where was it? Huh. Well, okay, I'll just do this and then. I'm like, I'm literally like humming Soda Pop in my head. I regret nothing. Oh my gosh, are you serious? There we go. Yay! Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Alright. I was like looking at something. Anywho. Let me... You know what? I'm gonna make it be each of their colors. So when I'm drawing them, it's kind of like each of their colors. Oh, so apparently there's a sale on Clip Studio, and I was like, oh, well, I need to upgrade my perpetual license from version 2 to version 4. So I was like, okay, upgrade. I know that a lot of people are like, wait, but if I pay a perpetual license, like, shouldn't I be able to get the upgrades for free? And yes and no. With how a lot of things work, unfortunately, for every version, you have to kind of, you know, pay the price of what that upgraded version gives you. So it's like you're paying for extra stuff, right? And that's kind of how I think of it. And it makes sense, you know? In order for them to continue providing, to provide stuff. And also a lot of people always go like, well, if I buy the version 4 license, will it come with all of the stuff from version 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3? Yes. Like, I saw so many people asking that with the Clip Studio sale, and I was like, are you kidding me? People cannot be this dumb. Yes, it will come with all of the previous stuff. The only thing is like, if you do get like the subscription thing that they have, the subscription thing just means that you'll get access to experimental tools. That's it. But it's like, if you don't care about that, then you don't have to get it. So, I don't know. People are weird. People are weird. But some people were like, I'm staying on version 1. And I'm like, you guys do understand that as time goes on, like, version 1 is going to be completely obsolete and you're going to have to buy an upgrade. Like, at one point, you're going to have to do it. Like, I don't know. It's weird. But that's why you're going to see, like, a few new items on here. Like, I don't think that this will pop out and show it. Yeah. So let me just put it over here. So there's this new thing that they have, which kind of reminds me a little bit of Procreate. Like, this, honestly, I kind of don't want to use the pixel one, but I think this one will be really cool to use. So then I don't have to like turn the opacity down myself. I can just turn the opacity down on the brush. So if I'm doing a sketch or something, I can already turn down the opacity on the brush. That seems so much nicer to me. I wonder if you can just change it. You can change it. Okay. There's like a little pop out that happened. So this is like 80%. This is 100%. And this is the percentage I was gonna like kind of sketch with. So it's a little lighter. But I have to like really build up to create an opacity. Because sometimes it's just a little nicer. A little nicer to do that. Alright. So she kind of has... I'm like gonna go close up over here. She has it be a little bit more in the redder, pinkyish. I'm like looking at my two different screens just to see. Yeah, it's a little more saturated. Maybe a little bit more into the red. Yeah. I just want to do that just so that then I can have something easier. So when I'm drawing each girl, then I kind of know what is what. Yeah, I kind of like this like building up. Oh, what a... Trying to remember what it was. I think she kind of had... You can't... Okay, so the thing I'm like kind of trying to sketch is there's like a... It's within like the first 10 minutes of the movie, but they say that this character... Oh, I forget what her name is. I'm sorry. But she's like wearing a sleeping bag. She's wearing like a sleeping bag to the Met Gala, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a funny thing. So I'm like trying to sketch it out a little bit because I feel like that's so funny. It's funny. Because I think it also kind of pokes a little bit of fun at the Met Gala a little bit. But also, funny enough, I don't believe many K-pop stars actually go to the Met Gala, because usually it's only like maybe anybody that's really worked in Hollywood and done Hollywood things. So for K-pop idols to be invited, it's like, what is the world coming to? Not in a bad way. I believe Stray Kids was invited, if I'm wrong, or was it BTS? I don't remember. I know it was I know it was a K-pop band. I know that. I know it was a boy. I know it's boys. Look, I'm not in K-pop. I'm not in the world of K-pop, so forgive me, okay? But I do know it was a popular one, and I know it was either Stray Kids or it was BTS. At least I know the names. Oh, hold on a minute. My dog requires assistance. There you go. She needed assistance to get up onto her bed that she lays in while I am doing art and working. Maybe I should have gotten a reference for this, because I cannot like think of it for the life of me. You know what, I might as well just draw. There we go. Because I remember it was like this. And then she kind of had her... And then you kind of saw that her arm was poking out here. There we go. Again, she's supposed to be in a sleeping bag, so it's not supposed to be perfect. And then I want this up to... And then where the zipper is... Well, I feel like the zipper is going to be stretched over here and then go down because the arm is here. This looks so stupid. I feel like if people just like don't know what this is, they would be so confused. Oh, I need to make her head more. Because you can kind of see, you just can only see her face. And then, let me... Why do I have such goofy expressions with her? These are the only references that I pulled. I do want to draw all of them eating their ramen, of course. That's why I pulled this picture. Because this is so funny. Also, I was watching it with my mom, and my mom was like, where are their parachutes as they're falling out of the plane? I'm like, and I looked at my mother and I'm like, they don't need parachutes. And I'm like, I know K-pop logic. I know all the logic of Korean dramas and all of that. They don't need it. They're fine. They're fine. They'll be fine. And look, they're fine. See, they were still alive. Just watch the movie Edge right there, and it's like, ah. I'm sorry. That was a bad take. All right, I'm trying to. So she kind of has very squinty, narrowish eyes. I think I got it. Yeah, because she's a little... Funny enough, I feel like I draw a lot of characters that have her kind of eye shape. It's not on purpose, I swear. It's just, I kind of like the eye shape. And then, no, this one needs to be a little smaller. And then, yeah, her brows are always kind of... feel like she's always grumpy. Oh, grumpy bean. She is sometimes just a grumpy bean. A grumpy bean that people adore here and there. And then I believe the sleeping bag had like little details. Again, this is just like doodling. It's not supposed to be perfect. I'm just kind of drawing like stuff that I remember from it. You know what? I'm gonna have her hair kind of be here as well. Just because I think it's funny. No. It wasn't that way. It was this way. Like, wait, which way does this go? And this is a really nice way to get some, kind of see how the shape and form of everything is. There you go. And that's number 1. I just want to draw some quick sketches anyways, so. Really quickly, I'll grab that and just fill this in a little bit more. I hope people will understand that this is her. I feel like, again, doing them in their respective colors, I feel like will be fine. So, pink, purple, and blue. Wait a minute. Their colors are pink, purple, and blue. Maybe there's a reason I liked this. Huh. The irony isn't lost on me. Okay. That wasn't. Why do I keep finding things that are also pink, purple, and blue like me? And then I'm like, oh my gosh. Maybe that was a reason. That was a reason. So I'm gonna move her over a little bit. I want to move her over here. I'm trying to think of another funny moment that can be drawn, but I'm trying to find a funny moment to draw, and I'm drawing a blank. Huh? Nah. I feel like the pun doesn't hit hard when you actually explain the pun. Look, I'm not great at dad jokes. I wish I could be better. Look, I lost my father when I was many years ago, so it's hard for me to come up with puns. I need to get, like, I feel like getting one of those, like, dad joke things. I don't know, like a book of dad jokes, and literally just, like, flip through them. And then I have to, you know, punishment wheel, and one of the things on the punishment wheel is read a dad joke from the dad joke book. I don't know. I don't got many good ideas when it comes to dad jokes. I feel like most of my dad jokes or jokes in general are just not good. And I think just like the reason to it being is just because that's just how it be sometimes. That's just how it be. This looks really bad. Don't worry about it. And then to color pick another one. A lot of people say don't color pick, but sometimes you just gotta color pick. I think her hair is a little bit darker than that. Yeah, that works. And then her, she's kind of almost my color, but like a lighter variant. More saturated. Wow, it's pretty close. Yeah, I have more desaturated colors. I've noticed that I like more desaturated colors. Not to say that I like saturated, it's just like I like more desaturated. And then of course we have her color. Let me just put her color here. So I have it. Mama. So I can easily just pick and go. Pick and go. She needs to be behind her. There we go. And then this one. And she is the shortest. Okay. Just want to make sure that all their heights were correct too. And all right. There we go. This might not look. It's not really meant to look good, it's just meant to be sketches. And then if I want to, I might take some of these doodles and then make them into fuller pictures, right? If I want to. Again, it's more of just like, I really liked this and I kind of just want to do some fan art doodles. I've been seeing so many people and I just want to put my own art into the ring as well. Even if it's not really that great, but I do want to draw some of them. I do also want to draw some of the other characters. I do have them. So we're doing Huntrix right now. And then I do have the Saja boys. Because of course I do. And then I think we all know who's everybody's favorite character is. It's the bird. No, it's the tiger. Everyone loves the tiger. And someone actually put the tiger with, there was a person that drew a tiger from their nightmares. And that tiger picture definitely reminds me of this tiger. Like this blue tiger reminds me of that tiger that an artist once drew. And I was like, that's, you know what? Yeah, it does kind of look like that. But somebody drew fan art of that tiger and this tiger interacting. And it was cute and adorable. I loved it. I loved it. I'm in like, I wish that likes were public so that you could see just the amount of fan art I have liked. And then again, if my likes were public, you would also see a lot of BL. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it here. Okay? There definitely is a lot of BL that I like as well. So maybe it's a good thing that likes aren't public anymore on Twitter, but it's like at the same time, I'm just going to tell you what my likes are basically. Most of my likes is either I really like the art, I really like the person, or I like something that somebody's talking about, or mainly it's just art. Most of the things that I like on Twitter is just art. Or something that I like want to reply back to, I like it, and then I lose it in my likes, and I'm like, I need to start bookmarking, but then I have so much stuff in my bookmarks, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So it truly is a challenge. I need to draw these guys a little bit. Okay. I probably should have drawn like these a little bit better, but it's okay. The purpose mainly of how of why I sketch these the way that I do is to mostly get kind of a feeling of what the pose is going to end up being. So they need to be eating eating. All right. And their chopsticks are like here. Okay. And the bowl. The noodles. Noodles. Honestly, I love all the faces in this. It's like the faces are so good. I don't know if I want to draw it like this though, with their eyes like that. I don't know. I don't think that she would be happy. She would just be like, meh. I feel like she'd be angry. I feel like she's always angry. Chomping down those things. Nah. Actually, maybe how I had it originally was fine. Okay, let me just boop, boop, boop. There we go. I think that's her eye shape a little bit more. Kind of drawing them with the intent that they're supposed to be chibis. Yeah. And then there we go. Just thinking about how to lay down everything. Yeah, there we go. I was like, I feel like that's not how that's supposed to look. There we go. And then I gotta put the other eye over here. Duh. I'm just gonna lasso. Ooh, my lasso is not. Wait, what is this? Oh, I forgot. What? Okay, I don't know what that is. Okay, apparently there's some new lasso tools I gotta experiment with. There we go. And then I am also going to draw her hair in. How long is her hair? Okay, it goes down to about there. Just want to make sure that the hair is correct. Because if anything, when drawing chibis, is like you want to at least keep the same feeling that the original character has. So you might want to look at certain details like how their hair is or their eye shape or any other kind of important things. I do believe that she kind of always has her hair up in these kind of two ponytails here. And then she kind of also has her hair down as well. I think she has like really long hair, so I'm just gonna kind of like make it pee on the ground. Her hair is like shorter. There we go. I'm trying to also think about what outfit to put them in. I don't want them to be in something crazy. Yeah, I think this shirt works just fine. So we'll do like a t-shirt. That is a cropped t-shirt. And then her little skirt. Just gonna make the skirt a little bit more modest. Or just make her feet go up here. There you go. And then, oh yeah, she's wearing like very high up boots. Okay. Does she have any other markings? Okay. I just like looking if she has like moles on her face, on their face or anything. Oh. No. Are those just gems? Oh, I think it's just the... I was like, wait, they have piercings? No. No, they don't. They're not piercings. Oh, well, she has ear piercings. Okay. She has piercings. She also has piercings. Okay. Just want to check. Alright, and... then I'm gonna do the next character. Which of course is the main character. I think her hair is really easy, so I'm just gonna kind of block that in a little bit first. also, why does she have such big cheeks? Same cup ramen. Well, I don't think these are cup ramen noodles. I think they're a particular type of noodles in Korea. Honestly, I have thought about like going to South Korea and Japan before, but no, it seems like a little bit out of my reach. And then I need the body. And then the legs. There we go. I don't know why I'm making them kind of like sit around here. Like in their little... I just feel like it works a little bit. Like this is how they were supposed to be eating their ramen and then they got interrupted. They're eating really fast though. I might make it less though. Let me see how her hair is. Oh, okay. So she kind of has... It's like... Hold on. I'm like trying to see. It's about like 3 braids before you can kind of... There we go. And then hairline. It's pretty roundish hairline. And then she has a jacket. She always wears jackets. You'll realize why she wears jackets when you watch it. Well, if her arms are up, yeah. Jacket looks like this. Can't see too much. And then she has like shorts. High-waisted shorts. And then I don't remember what shoes she's wearing. Oh yeah, she's wearing like tennis shoes, I believe. So I'll just give her some tennies. There we go. Again, not supposed to be perfect, just supposed to be sketching. I'm gonna have her, because her eye shape is, yeah, her eye shape is a little bit more, I'm trying to also reflect just like their normal eye shape as well, not what's in here. So she has more like triangular. She has more of this roundish. Okay. So yeah, she basically has this eye shape that I gave her. But her eye shape is actually, it gets more narrow. Oop. when it gets to where it needs to go. And then hers is more like that. Doing eye shapes. It's weird. There we go. And then her brows. She kind of has thicker brows. I know this does not really look like them too much, but it's okay. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's just supposed to be an understanding. Oh, her hair. I'm gonna make it that you can kind of see her hair down here. Because her hair is like super uber duper long. There we go. And then the last one. Ba 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 ba. And then gotta put in the body. And then this is gonna have like the knee kind of be. I can kind of understand sometimes how to do certain things, but sometimes I forget. Let's be like here-ish. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I need to move all this. Cup of ramen. Noodle. I need to draw the noodles first. And then I can draw the cup. And then I can draw the hand. There we go. Technically it's here. Different force perspective. There we go. Hooray! And I believe her eye shape, yeah, it's a lot more like a roundish. There we go. Then ear, right about here-ish. And I believe she has her earrings on this side. Yeah, she does. She kind of has 3 circle earrings here. And then her hair kind of is those like short bangs. And then she has, yeah, her bangs kind of go to about here-ish. And then she has her buns. And then she has very, very baggy clothes. So She has that. And then her clothes be very baggy. And then she's got her little shoes. Maybe this one I will just like decrease a little bit. Them eating their ramen. They gotta eat it really quickly. Alright. I think that's what I wanted to draw for them. Just have a little group. Of them. And then kind of want to draw the Saja boys. Now, I know that a lot of people might not. I'm gonna be honest. I know that people were foaming at the mouth when they saw the demon boy band, but I'm gonna be honest, when I saw like the trailer for this, I thought this is like the stupidest thing ever. Like, all of the entirety of the trailer sounded so dumb. Like, I'm gonna be honest, but it was like a good dumb. It was like a good kind of stupid, you know? It's like good, it's so good that you're just like, you know what? I'd watch this. Like, it's so bad, it looks bad that you would watch it. Or at least like bad in the premise kind of situation, because it's like you're K-pop idols that are also hunters, like demon hunters, and I was like, oh, I mean, like, that's kind of fun and interesting. And then it's like, oh yeah, and also there's now a boy band that are demons, and I was like, oh, I have a sneaking suspicion that there's gonna be a character that ends up falling in love with one of the guys that's a demon. Don't they? Yeah, I was right. That's not a secret. That's pretty open end. I'm like, that's where that was going, but I didn't know everything else that was coming from it, and I was like, oh, this get good. But apparently people have pointed out that each member of the Saja boys here is referencing like a real K-pop boy, like one of the members, like from an actual K-pop group. And I was like, oh, okay. So they said like there's one in here from AT I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the name. Look, I'm not into K-pop, okay? Before K-pop girlies come after me, I am not into K-pop. I do not know all of the names. I just know some, okay? Because I know how K-pop fans can get. I am not forgetting it because I am an idiot. I'm not part of you. I don't understand. But apparently there's one from ATZTZ, I believe. There's another one from BTS, and I don't know which one that is. Apparently they said Felix is in here from Stray Kids. Felix is Stray Kids, correct? Hold on, let me look this up so I'm not I educate myself. Yes, I was right. Okay, good. I'm glad. They said one of them looks like Felix from Stray Kids. And I'm like, I don't know anything of what you guys are saying, but they were saying like BTS, Stray Kids, ATZTZ. They said like two other people, but they said like each one of the members is like a representative of like one of the pretty big, well-known K-pop idol groups, at least when it comes to like the boy bands. But yeah, you know what? I can kind of see it. Hold on. Let me look at Felix, and let me look at one of the people here. No, I'm literally looking at images of Felix right now to look. Oh, I think it's the pink-haired one. Yeah, because he has the same hairstyle, or at least like maybe had the same hairstyle, and he changed it. But yeah, yeah, the pink hair, the one with the longer pink hair, the one on the end here, this one right here. This one apparently looks like Felix, and yeah, I can kind of see it. I don't know who any of the other members are. Someone said that this is supposed to be somebody from BTS, but I'm like, what? I don't understand. Or maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was this guy. I don't know. I don't know which one is which. I have to look it all up, and I don't want to. I don't want to research all that in order to understand the complexities of K-pop. I just liked the movie, okay? I'm gonna be honest out here. I just liked the movie. The movie was good. I think that was a pretty good, solid movie. I will say though, I want some prequels to that. I want a whole entire K-drama series. I need a manga of this. Like, bro, you need to give me more than just that movie. You can't just give me this and then walk away. I feel like the fandom though right now is really booming because, like, you know, you got all the K-pop people in, so you got all of them. But bro, like, literally the movie dropped and then literally people were like, oh, I just watched this, here's a sketch of the character. I'm like, bro, what the frick? I was like, damn, artists do be working hard. Oh, it was like extreme. I was like, oh my gosh. But again, the amount of fan art that there has been is so great. I just love it. I love just going on Twitter right now and just literally looking up that hashtag, like hashtag Kpop Demon Hunters, and literally just going through it and seeing all of the art. Also, a lot of the people that have worked on it, I've been liking some of their stuff because they also were like, yay, now that it's finally released, we can say that we worked on it, because of course they had NDAs. As an artist that has worked or knows a little bit about the professional industry when it comes to animation and things like this, none of these people could say anything about it until, of course, it gets released, and then they can say all that they want about it, right? So a lot of them have been sharing up all the different things that they worked on. And of course, it is being made by, I believe, in a similar way or similarly to how they made, I'm trying to remember. It's being made very similarly to, why am I forgetting? Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and all the animated Spider-Man movies that we've been kind of seeing. So it's made, I believe, either by the same studio or like within the same vein of how they kind of did the art style and stuff. And that's how you get like really unique faces like this. There's plenty of other faces as well. I think that everything in this was like really good. And honestly, I just, as a person that worked as doing 3D, seeing how they translate it into looking like 2D is so interesting to me. Honestly, I would like, if I ever do, to get a 3D model that literally looks like it's from this. Not this movie particular, but like look like in this style of like blending together 2D and 3D. Which is gonna be a lot of work for the person that works on it, because I know how much it takes to get to this. Because I have done stylized 3D stylized work before, and you have to paint in all of the highlights, all of the shadows. It is just ugh. I spent maybe about over half of the work just making it textured. Most of the time my back hurt just sitting hunched over, literally drawing every single stroke of trying to paint it correctly. So of course you could do it cell shading. This is like very cell shaded, which, you know, does save time, but I liked blending stuff and things. So anyways, we're of course gonna do the demon boy band, because why the heck not? Also, I kind of want to look up what this hat is. What is this hat? Is it like a funeral hat of some sort or something like that? I don't know what this hat is. Oh my gosh. Apparently spelling it wrong. Trying to remember. Historical clothing. Hold on. Oh, no, stop that. Yeah, I want to know what this outfit is called. Like what he's wearing. It's not, isn't it? I don't think it's hanbok. I mean, it is, but the hat isn't. I don't know what the hat is. I'm gonna have to look into historical fashion. Honestly, for me, I like to try and draw inspiration from a lot of it. Okay, he has one. What are these called? Okay, it is hanbok. Okay, it is. I just didn't know for certain, okay? I didn't know for certain. I don't want to make assumptions if it is or not. I want to make sure. But I will say, I knew somebody that had a lot of family from Korea, and whenever they had something of celebrations, they always wore the most beautiful hanbok I've ever seen. And of course, they were a girl, so of course they wore, you know, theirs. And it was always so beautiful, and I always liked looking at it. It was so pretty. Because it always had like cute patterns and stuff like that. And yeah, so, and she would wear it like all the, you know, they would only wear it on special events and special occasions and stuff. But she always had a different one. She never wore the same one twice. At least I'd never seen her wear the same one twice. So it kind of got me interested into that Korean fashion in a way. I think it also kind of made me a little bit interested in just historical fashion in general. Because it is very interesting that a lot of the historical fashion, at least when it comes to many countries, are still worn to this day, in a way. So it's interesting that even though that there's been many years between it, that kind of clothing is still being worn today in some, you know, modern takes on it as well. So it's a very interesting way of going about historical fashion. One of my other hyperfixations, historical fashion. The reason that I'm just interested in historical fashion and a lot of different fashions is because I pull from, I do a lot of like fantasy characters, right? And I want those characters to be inspired by a lot of different variety of fashions. Not just typical old-fashioned, you know, Lord of the Rings fantasy, which is more from, I would say, like Celtic and European styles, right? More the typical medieval style. So I wanted to pull from more than just that. So it's always very nice to look at other different historical fashion across the world, especially if you're doing like a lot of characters. I will say this much, don't draw one to one, especially, you know, if the character is not supposed to be from that and they're supposed to be like from a fantastical world. It's like, you want to take your own little twists and things on it. Be respectful, but do a twist. Like with one of my characters, Fira, I think she's in here. She pulls a lot from Polynesian and also Indian as well. But I kind of mix them in a way that I feel is respectful, but even still, I want to change her. There she is. I want to change her up a little bit more with her fashion. Her clothing has changed the most out of everybody. Because it's trying to strike a unique balance between how I can mix certain things together, but still keep it unique unto itself. So, But I like always looking at like typical historical fashion as well, because it's cool. Ad break incoming in a minute. I actually might get up from my chair because my head is kind of throbbing, and I think it's just because I hadn't had coffee or caffeine in like so many days, so it's actually hurting my head, not helping my head. Maybe that's my brain is becoming mush. But also, I need to go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the restroom. So when the ad plays, I will, or like whenever the countdown is over, because usually a little bit afterwards it'll be fine. And then we'll kind of sketch out. I kind of want to sketch each of these guys' poses, but in like chibi form. So I kind of want to do that. And then I don't know what I'm gonna. I don't know. That's like all I had for the Saja boys. just to sketch out like different stuff. Because the main person I want to sketch is this boy. I want to sketch this boy. I want to sketch this baby. But I want to sketch more things. I want to warm up a little bit more before I sketch the boy. So, ad should be playing soon. So I'm going to be moving over to the BRB. So, oh, I almost pressed the wrong button. I was going to put it on the ending. Oops. Always double check what you're pressing. Okay, I'll be right back. I hope that you enjoyed the break. I hope that you guys also got a little bit of snackies and a little bit of hydration. Huh? What? You didn't? Go do it now. I'll wait. I'm not gonna jingle any keys in your face. You gotta go do it. No key jingling until you got your hydration. I need to have a key jingle asset. I'm gonna be honest at this point. Not only to keep you guys in line, but keep me in line. Just jingle, jingle, jingle. Oh my gosh. Why am I like this? My brain still hurts, so we're gonna see like how long I can sketch and doodle for. But yeah. I don't know. My head's just kind of been hurting a little bit. Again, after I drink the coffee, it's all gone downhill from here. Maybe I shouldn't have drank any. By the way, yes, I have been drinking water, okay? I'm very good about drinking water. What the heck? Why is my bits dropping real low? Why is my bit rate dropping so low? It's dropping low, dropping low, no. Hello, puppy. Oh, no, she wandered away. She was sitting here on the floor. And now she's just, and she waddled away, waddle, and she waddled away, waddle. I don't know. That's so weird. Why is it so low? Okay, there we go. Finally jumped back to 6,000. I normally stream at 6,000. I stream a little bit over it, but that's good. I don't know why it suddenly like dropped. It like literally went under 1,000. I was like, what the heck just happened? I was like, no, my internet. But it's fine now. I like how my computer literally was basically telling me like, hey, maybe you should like maybe you should stop streaming, yo. Anyways, I will say one thing about Kpop Demon Hunters is when this guy came on screen, I was like, do they have to make the demons hot? Also, by the way, I just want you all to know something about it. This is not how these guys actually look. This is not how they actually look. When you get to the end of the movie, you see what they actually look like. Just a fun fact there. But anyways, I'm gonna draw the boys. I'm not gonna draw them in any sort of color pattern. I'm just kind of sketching their poses. One, because I think that their poses look pretty dope. I like them. I like your cut, G. So we're gonna kind of go with the first guy. And I'm just gonna, you know, sketch a little bit. All right. That and that. So I can kind of see. And then he kind of has this like bent like this, right? Yeah, he has this like bent like. Oh yeah, he has his leg bent like this. It's hard to see because it's cut off at a certain point. I'm just more like sketching for a reference, if anything. It's not really chibis. Just cool poses. And then of course he has, it's funny because he actually does the little, heart pose, I believe. Yeah, he does. So he does that and he does that. And then he has his arm like behind him. So this is behind him. Ba, 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 ba. I will say, like, the best thing that you can do is kind of like draw a reference, like sketch from references. I'm not great because actually this guy is supposed to have. He's supposed to actually have it be like. His arms are actually more straight. Which is interesting that it's being straight and then like that. There we go. Again, sometimes you gotta resketch it. And then him having his hat. I do hats badly, so excuse me a minute. Why does this hat now look like a pilgrim? It looks like a pilgrim breakdancing. Looks like a breakdancing pilgrim. I'm sorry. It's just the hat. The hat makes me think of a breakdancing pilgrim. Now you can all not unsee it as well. I hope none of you can't unsee it as well. Of course, then he has his kind of has his whatever he's wearing. I'm sorry, I don't know what they are. I don't know. I just know it's something. And actually the hat is supposed to go out further. It's so funny that he just has this like a demon. He's like, I know how we can defeat them. Demon boy band. And I'm like thinking about it. I'm like why hasn't anybody thought about a demon boy band before? Like what? They didn't think about this? In all the hundreds of years they didn't think, "Oh yeah, maybe we should do a demon boy band?" Like, come on guys, the answer is right there. It makes so much sense. least to me it makes sense. I understand. Again, not made to look perfect, just made to look like the pose. Most of this is just like drawing poses for fun. But also to kind of like help me get a little bit used to their designs and how to possibly go in and maybe even design them like a little bit. Because maybe I might make full art. I don't know yet. If I do or not. If I want to or not. This does not look like him, but it's not meant to. It's just meant to be a pose. I just want to have fun. Because, like, I saw that pose and I was like, so sassy. He's such a sassy man. A man with a lot of sass. I like men with sass. Do I want to draw the others? All their wait a minute. Why do some of them look like wait a minute. Hold on. Enhance. Why does this look like a JoJo pose? Why does this also look like a JoJo pose? And why does this also look like a JoJo pose? Wait, are these JoJo references in my K-pop movie? Oh my god. I'm going to look that up if they are actually. Cuz I don't know why. This looks like was it Percival? Was it Percival? From I forget what season what arc it was. I think it was like the third arc. It wasn't I don't think it was Speedwagon. I don't remember all the JoJo seasons, but I remember the name. I remember Percival. I think it's his. It could just be that they're just doing poses, but I don't know why. They look like JoJo poses. Wait a minute, I just thought of something. If you think about it long and hard enough, a lot of K-pop poses I feel like are just JoJo poses in disguise. Well, if Arataki wants any more references, I guess he can just look at K-pop. Oh my gosh. And I wonder how long before he actually puts like K-pop something in there. I feel like eventually he will. I don't know. I feel he a wacky crazy dude. You never know what he's gonna put into JoJo. Remember, Jesus is a JoJo. Like, I don't think you can get more crazier than that. I'm like not being inspired much to draw. Like I had more ideas, but I think like all of my ideas were literally just how I can draw this character. So you know what? Screw it. We're dropping everything. We're drawing this character. Of course, we're also going to draw them blue. Because I feel like it makes sense. I have like a really bad pimple on my nose, but where it is literally, so you'd think like a pimple would be like on top of your nose. Mine is like right where the nostril is. It's like right there. And I'm like, what the heck? So every time that I go to blow my nose and stuff, it hurts. Because of this darn pimple. Nope. I cannot draw eyes today, apparently. And then... And then yes. There we go. Nope. Honestly, I almost wanted to draw my actual face like how this is. I'm trying to like... Nyeh. It's so funny that this cat just keeps trying to move, trying to put this little pot back up because it's like, the pot has been disturbed. I'm not gonna be surprised if the easiest thing that I can do is the bird. Yep, not surprised in the least. I draw a lot of birds, so not surprised there. He's so dumb and happy. I don't know. I feel like if anybody has had like an orange tabby cat, anybody can tell you like those orange tabby cats just literally have no thoughts. And I feel like this giant blue tiger is literally just that. There are no thoughts in them behind them eyes, but they are still perfect and beautiful unto themselves. I'm like trying to think of like a different pose I can do. I don't know why. Okay, hold on. I have a stupid idea. I might need more room, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need like a lot more room. I'm gonna actually move this over here. There we go. So we can do this one. I feel like if some people understand what I'm drawing, then good. If people don't understand, you need to know your meme. Get to know your memes. And I believe that the arms go out here. It does look very weird, but it's okay. I feel like there'll still be people that understand what I'm trying to draw. I don't think the arms go out that way. I think they just go out this way. And then he's always happy. This looks so creepy without the fangs and stuff in. Okay, no, that looks creepier with it, but it is what it is. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are gonna be like, your thing is so scary. And I'll be like, I'm sorry. I can't draw it very well. I'm not good at drawing animals. I'm only good at drawing birds. That's all I'm good at. It's the only animal that I can draw without any problems whatsoever. But cats and dogs are like my worst ones. Like, the body, fine. But once I start getting everywhere else, it's like, nope. I am gonna make him purposely look 2 ways, because of course I am. If they give me permission on the actual things that we have in the art, I'm gonna do it. It looks so goofy. And then he has some stripes on him here. Because he is a tiger. There we go. I'm surprised he doesn't have any, like, on his legs. Just gonna put a few at least. And then I believe it's like somebody's holding them up like that. I don't know who to make them holding them, but just gonna there we go. Oh, it's so goofy. Oh. Look at he has no thoughts. There's no thoughts behind those eyes. He's just like, yep. This is happening. I don't know why it's happening. But I am here. And I am free. And then do you kind of just want to draw the bird on their own? I might have to. I'm making things too big. No, I think it's... There we go. Perfect. And then, of course, we can't forget his little hat. And then I don't know why when I first saw this bird, I was just like, when I saw that the bird had like a hat on, I was like, I feel like that bird is a demon. And then I was like, oh, wow, I'm right. I knew that like almost immediately. I was like, yeah, that's a demon bird. Thankfully, it wasn't a demon bird from Dark Souls. Oh my gosh. That thing scared me when we were playing when we were playing Elden Ring. I don't know if I'll pick back up Elden Ring ever, but it was nice to kind of try it out a little bit. And then yeah, it has like an eye here, an eye here, and an eye here. And then he kind of looks like a pigeon, doesn't he? Yeah, he is like a pigeon. Yeah. It's got like a black tip here. And then trying to see what else. It's kind of hard when you don't have very much. And also, apparently, this bird actually does have a pretty long tail. I saw it poking out on the other side. There we go. There we go. Alright. I think my brain is done braining. I can't. I'm like trying to yap about stuff and I can't. Nothing's like coming to mind besides just draw. So, but I think like, you know, we have a nice little combination of stuff here just to have some fun with. Yeah, I don't like that that comes out all the way like that. And then signature here at the bottom. There you go. And then I'm gonna save these out for us. But this was fun. Sometimes I just like drawn a bit, you know, and I think it's been a while since we've drawn something, and I just kind of wanted to do some doodle drawings today because I'm honestly quite tired today. I didn't expect to be tired. I will say I've been trying to like sleep more or like sleep better mostly, and I do sleep pretty well. However, just today is not my day apparently. I think I'm still in like you know, relaxation mode, and I'm like I don't know. In my relaxation mode, I am going to be taking a break, not next week, but the week after. So July, the first week of July, I'm going to be taking that week off from streaming, just because one, there are some things that I do want to finish editing, but also two, I want like a few more days off to myself and just like take just a few days to myself, you know, because it's very hard for me to constantly be working, but also at the same time it just feels like I always need to be constantly working, even though that I don't need to. So I keep forcing myself to work and work and work, and it's kind of like leading me to a sort of burnout that I don't want to be in. And it's not bad per se, but it's just not really good for like your psyche as well, I feel like. Nope, wrong area. I feel like I might mix these two together. I need to turn wherever that is off. Ooh. Where do I put him? He's too big. That's what she said. I think I need to move the girls. There we go. But I keep forgetting that rest definitely needs to be a part of the routine when it comes to things. But I do keep forgetting that for the most part, and I need to remind myself, like, hey, you can relax. You can actually relax. But it's hard to remind myself of that. So I hopefully wish that by taking this break, one, I can probably finish some stuff that needs to get done, and then just take some days off to myself, and then I'll be back. I have a little comeback as well. And I kind of just want to maybe every month at least have a 1 week break, just to either one, catch up on stuff, or two, just to give myself a break. Because then you get people that are going on these like really long several months hiatuses, and I'm like, no, I think I can just take a break here and there to kind of help me, and then, you know, have fun. Speaking about fun, I already have the schedule for next week. And next week we are going to be doing a little bit of a just chatting, because on Thursday we're going to be getting a thing from Capcom, and it might hold some updates about Title Update 2. They have told us we're finally getting some stuff for Title Update 2. So I'm hoping that with that we might, depending on things, oh, I forgot to change it. Okay, wait, hold on a minute. The schedule actually is supposed to be that we play Monster Hunter on Saturday then. I think I put like something else there. What did I put there? Hold on. We can like check this. We can edit this live. Let me see. No. There you go. Oh, yeah. I think I might change. I think I was going to change. Oh, but I still want to play Date Everything on Thursday. Yeah. Honestly, sometimes I wish about streaming 4 days, but then I'm like, that's a little much. Well, you know, we could react and maybe we'll do some art afterwards and yap. So then we can play Monster Hunter. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's the new schedule. Good thing I don't have anything like set up yet for the schedule. So here's the schedule for next week. So on Tuesday we're gonna do more date everything. Okay. Thursday we're gonna do a little bit of reacting to whatever the Capcom thing is, and we're gonna do some art. And then on Saturday we'll do Monster Hunter Wilds, because what people are theorizing is that once that comes out, on Friday we'll get the stuff, so we'll play on Saturday. That's my hope. Also, we might talk about some other stuff with like Monster Hunter on Thursday as well, because there has been, I saw this earlier, there has been on Steam a lot of review bombing happening, and I understand the optimization issues, but it does not need to be overwhelmingly negative. I understand people are angry at the optimization, but please be reminded, even though that there are optimization issues, that doesn't mean that you should be overwhelming, like review bombing a game. You can have a few people point it out, and that's all you need. You don't need to be going in there and just putting in a negative thing. And honestly, someone did look through all of it and was like, most of the negative reviews have no like helpful criticism. It's all just game shit because bad optimization. Okay, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to focus on not providing updates and just stop making updates, no Lagiacrys, stop making Lagiacrys, and then just do optimization fixes? Is that what you want? Because then people are going to be mad because there's nothing in the game. Yeah, because all the updates aren't out. Of course there's nothing in the game yet. And even still, there's a lot of stuff to still do. Like you can make all the armors. You can make all the weapons. Maybe you can forge more Artian weapons. Like, there is stuff to do. You just don't like that there's no story stuff to do or like actual challenges anymore. And it's like, look, you're just really grinding like most of the time. And that's how it gets with a lot of later game stuff. Like I finished World and Iceborne story like a long time ago. And now it's like, it is kind of boring because there's really nothing much for you to do now anymore besides just maybe get to the Guiding Lands and fight all the monsters in there and then probably get to the end boss. But we don't have that stuff in Wilds yet. So I will say I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going to be able to get up to level 999 in Wilds, because yeah, I've been thinking about going back to World and trying to grind up to that level, but at the same time I feel like I need like more help from people, and a lot of people aren't really playing World very much anymore, so but yeah, so that's the schedule for next week. And then after this week, I will be taking a break. I'll still be around on social media. I'll be in the Discord, so I'll still be around in places, so I'm not like leaving. It's just I need a break. Honestly, I've been trying to not be on social media much either. I've been trying to step away from it a little bit. Just post, drop the mic and walk away, you know? Anyways, social media is just the mic. Yeah, it is. It kind of does feel like that. Probably for the best to take your space. Yeah, you know what I've been doing? I haven't really talked about this much, but on Fridays are my break days. So Fridays are my break days, and I try and take myself out somewhere. I just go somewhere. And I usually do it by walking, like somewhere where I can walk. And I do take my phone because for emergencies or if my mother needs to contact me, but I turn mobile Wi-Fi off. I cannot have mobile Wi-Fi on. I cannot have any access to Wi-Fi. I turn it off. But I can still receive calls and text messages in case people do need to reach me. So it's like, you know, I basically, how when I first got a phone, that's basically all my phone could do. I could not connect to Wi-Fi. It was just to call people, just to text message people. That was it. So that's what I'm basically doing. And I go and I take myself someplace. These 2 past weeks, I've been taking myself to the park. There's like a park not too far away from me. It's still a pretty good walk. It's like at least maybe 20 minutes to 20 minutes to walk there. And then of course I take my dog and we go to the park. She's of course leashed the entire time. And then Lore, did you change your name on Steam again? I swear, every single day it feels like you change it to a different. I saw the Steam name just pop up on my other screen. I was like, what the heck? Never a dull moment with when you have certain friends that just like change their names or have their names be really weird. There's literally another person I know that has a really weird name, and I'm like, every time it pops up, I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, it's them. Anyways, I try and take myself out, and I've been going to the park. The park is really nice. I went a little later than I usually do this time, so I wasn't able to kind of like really sit down very much. I just kind of walked around with my dog. She did not like the park. I don't know what it is with her. Her and grass is weird. She loves cement. My dog is a definition of doesn't like to touch grass. I don't know why this dog just hates touching grass. She loves walking on the cement. I try and show her all the time when it's hot outside, hey look, the grass is so much nicer, and she's like, no, cement. I like the hot cement. She's such a character. But yeah, so I've been trying to do that more often with like taking myself out to different places and just looking around at different things. I think this time around I might go to just something else near me, maybe not the park, because I you know, I've gone to the park for 2 weeks. I'm like, kind of want to change it up a little bit, so I might go somewhere else that's again walking everywhere. I'm not taking my car, even though that I probably should like be driving my car around a little bit more. But again, there's not too many places to go. Actually, I might need to look up one place I could probably go if I was to take my car. I would take myself out on like a little date to. Because there's a Japanese garden that I've always wanted to visit, and I feel like I just have to do it myself. I feel like I just have to go there myself at this point. Not to say that that's a bad thing, like to go by yourself, but sometimes you just gotta take yourself out to things. And I know it seems weird to kind of do self dates, but it does get you out and out of social media and out of a lot of things, because it just feels like with social media right now and the entirety of the VTuber space is just like drama. Who's to hate? Who do we hate on next? Who do we hate on next? That's like all that social media feels like right now. Or what do we smash next? Like, you know, who's the most smashable character? That feels like Tumblr. That's just Tumblr. It's like, okay, who are we thirsting over now? And then TikTok is like, what's the next brain rot? And then YouTube Shorts and YouTube is just like, also I feel like pretty drama-ish centric. I feel like YouTube is pretty like neutral-ish, somewhat neutral-ish. But yeah. I've also been trying to watch, you know, also enjoy watching anime again, actually relax and watching anime, maybe like after stream. After stream, I'm gonna go and take my doggo for a walk. It's not too hot outside. It is though, it is 80 degrees in here, so maybe there's another reason my mind is becoming mush. You know what? There we go. I'm just gonna snooze ads for another 5 minutes because, yeah, of course the ad warning is gonna come back on again because I want to find somebody to raid. Good thing that there's a lot of people streaming. Oh, I know who I'm raiding. I'm gonna raid them right now. I see something. Maybe I'll hop on really quickly on something and do something. But I just want to say, like, if social media is getting you down a lot, go on walks. Do disconnected social media walks where you just kind of walk somewhere. Do something for yourself. Go outside if you can. Or just, like, you know, turn off social media. Go and watch a movie. Maybe even go to the theater, you know? Who goes to theaters alone? I know that seems pretty weird, but that's just kind of like how I'm thinking about it. It's just like, go out and do things for yourself. Maybe, you know, if you can, like, see if there's like spas around you. See like what spas people recommend. Go and take yourself out for a literal spa day, you know? Do something that gets you away from social media and helps you, because literally doing this has been kind of helping a little bit. It doesn't help completely, right? But it helps enough to where it's making me feel a little bit better about myself, you know? I think a lot of people question a lot of things with social media and also just content creation. I feel like there's just like so much of a bigger demand from people when it comes to content creation. Like, you have to have like really polished, really edited videos. You have to have like really polished edited clips. You have to be streaming so many times a day. You have to be streaming for this many hours a day. And I'm like, there's so much stuff out there that it just feels like there is a lot of demand from people. But at the end of the day, you gotta just do what you feel is right. And for me right now, it's like I gotta think about myself as well. And I think I've been forgetting myself and forgetting why I wanted to start content creation and why I wanted to go on this path. And by me taking these break days, me giving myself a day to actually relax, to not focus on content, has actually kind of helped me like be more energized to come back to it and feel more refreshed about it. So that's my personal thing with it. But anyways, I feel like we should get the raid message going, get the raids going. Gotta raid before the before our eventual thing says that we need to hold on a minute, before our thing says like, hey, you need to remember that you are going to need to post out eventually. You're going to need to do ads. So let me just grab the raid message and let my post up this for who we're raiding today. We're gonna raid the lovely, amazing little possum herself, Miss Opie Possum. She does play a lot of Monster Hunter, and that's how I found her. I was playing Monster Hunter Rise, and she joined our little thing, and that's how we found each other. We're also part of the purple VTuber gang, so she is currently playing Monster Hunter Wilds, and I am guessing she is going to be playing some of the event quests. It does also look like it is an open lobby, so if you would like to join her, you can, but do please be respectful to her and have fun, alright? That is the key point. So let me just say again also about our schedule next week. Schedule is going to be Tuesday. We're going to be playing more of Date Everything. I'm going to try and play it for as long as I can. It's going to depend on how hot it is and also how I personally feel, because again, just been really tired recently, so that's why I'm thinking about taking this break to come back and feel a little bit more energized. The other thing that I wanted to say is that we are going to be doing a little bit of React and art on Thursday, and we're going to be playing Monster Hunter Wilds on Saturday. So without any further ado, as I always say, may the stars guide you. Until next time, goodbye everybody!